What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Chef D coming at you with another video. You know, what is Chivalry? Yep. I hope that you enjoy the content and everything like that. Appreciate you.
In the darkest hour, I wanna come for you. I know you've been alone. Oh, where do you go? In your head, when in the real world there's snow. Oh, I know how you hate the cold. Spend your life searching for more. Afraid to leave, afraid to show. Fight to leave, fight to leave, fight to show. Sometimes find yourself knowing no. Lost and looking for a soul. Grabbing for what you can hold. Sometimes realize there's nowhere to go. Cause the thing we're searching for is just waiting back home. Waiting back home. And you've done your walking, probably enough for two. Often you've had it rough, but you also had your cup filled up. And we both know, every time you come around, every time you return, you see it in your tired eyes. Sad to see that you still have more to go.
Let me tell you something, Tracy. It can't be anything like love, can it?
No, it mustn't be. It can't.
Would it be inconvenient?
Terribly. Anyway, I know it isn't. Oh, my, we're out of our minds.
Right into our hearts.
Music.
It does it? Tracy, you're so...
If my instincts are melting away. What is it, if I got feet of clay or something? It's not under the pool, it's just over the lawn and in the birch grove. It'll be lovely now.
Tracy, you're tremendous.
Put me in your arms.
Sometimes find yourself knowing no. Lost and looking for your soul. Grabbing for what you can hold. Sometimes realize there's nowhere to go. Cause the thing you're searching for has been waiting back home. I stay waiting for you. I stay waiting for you. I stay waiting.
Good morning, good afternoon, and even good night to some of you folks out there in the world. Welcome to Socially Balanced TV. I'm your host, your great host, Chef Disaster 3.0. And today we're going to be talking about what happened to chivalry. I mean, chivalry isn't even isn't even in some of you guys um vocabulary, Some people don't even believe it exists anymore. And why do I say people don't believe it exists anymore? I don't think people believe it exists anymore because it's not appreciated. Like, come on, like, when the last time you felt appreciated for opening up a car door, or doing all the things that chivalry brings, and do the people who are on the other end, the receiving end of the chivalry, do they appreciate it anymore? Does that even matter? You know, Nowadays I hear, women say a man that's a garbage man isn't good enough for them, or has some sort of labor job, he's not a good man. So if those are all the sentiment, and these are all the things that I'm hearing, do is that's having a significant play on what happened to chivalry. It's just not appreciated. It doesn't mean anything no more. A woman doesn't care if you open the door for her anymore. That's not going to get you any closer to her than you was before you decided to try to engage with that woman. It's not. It's so if the men who are, you know exercising the chivalry, aren't being appreciated for the chivalry, then does it does it stop people from wanting to, be that way? Are the men straying away from that and going about things a whole different way? I believe they are. I definitely believe men are going a whole different way because of the whole not being appreciated. And all over the apps and things like that, I see the same kind of things being said. It's not only being said by the men; women are also saying um, these same things that I'm gonna say today here on the panel. What happened to it? And I just think it's just undervalued. It's unvalued and unappreciated. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some women that still appreciate chivalry and still value those type of things. Still value that type of thing. You know, Being romantic and planning ahead is really good for a situation like that, if that's what you're trying to get into. Now, why would it matter if you planned? I mean, when you first, engaging with a person, you know, of course you want to put your best out there. You should put your best out there all the way through. You know, I read another reel before, and it was talking about how people in relationships, how arguments cause different types of energy from those individuals. And I believe, like, somewhere down the line, people, they kind of lose interest in the whole, to chase, like, men and women alike. They get what they want, and then they're satisfied, and then they stop with the chase. You know, Should chivalry last even past the beginning stages? I believe so. But because it's been devalued, um, it doesn't even matter anymore. Like it's more like what can you do for me? That's the new chivalry. The new chivalry. Let's be honest. What have you done for me? Like if you can't do this for me, then you're not romantic. He's not romantic because he can't buy me a Birkin bag. He's not romantic enough because he can't pay my bills. He's not romantic enough because he can't take me on a cruise or a vacation or something like that. Do we get to the point where the simple things don't have we gotten to a point where the simple things don't even matter? That is the question. And how did we get here? When people say things like evolution, I believe evolution also happens in shorter spurts, shorter time spurts where um things change quickly and abruptly, and then things change slowly, but over time you'll see that it's been a big change. Well, I think with chivalry, right? I think it kind of changed with the generations. There were generations where it was like the thing. Chivalry was the thing. And as it started going and as the time started changing, the chivalry started to change. If you watch the old films and stuff like that, you'll see the man running to the door to open the car door for the lady, and they're putting that in your face and they're showing you that this is what this is how things should be done. And then as you keep going, you'll see less and less and less of that behavior, even in real life and even in Hollywood, where they make the movies and they put it in your face and in commercials and everything like that. Chivalry, you can always find chivalry in a good book, a love story, anything. You can find a good definition of what chivalry should be and what it should feel like and how it should be appreciated and expressed and everything like that. The fact that you open the door for a woman today, or you help her with her groceries or something like that, whatever the case may be, it's not. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have no impact anymore. And for those that it do have an impact for, bless your heart because that's a great thing to still appreciate. You know what I mean? Like some people don't know how to appreciate things, and the women that do know how to appreciate chivalry, bravo to you. But there's just a lot more that don't even know what chivalry is, doesn't even know that chivalry is a part of the whole thing. If you like again, like I said, if you're not buying a Birkin bag or taking them on a shopping spree or paying for their nails and hair, fuck chivalry. So what? So what? You opened up the door for me, and you're going out your way to do certain small things for me to make sure that I'm comfortable or I get where I want or things like that and feel special about that. It loses the value. It really does. So when I say what happened to it, people just don't care. The men don't care to do it, and women don't appreciate it when it's done. You know, if you open the door for the woman, whatever you do, all of that. But if you get in there and you're taking her to Applebee's, oh, forget about it, or the Waffle House or something like that, forget about it. Chivalry is out the door because I can't believe this Negro just opened the door for me to go to Waffle House. You get what I'm saying? When those type of things tells you what type of person you're dealing with. This is why it's so important that these things that go on because A lot of the time, people get in these situations and they don't even know who they dealing with. Just take if a man can take the time to actually want you to open the doors for you, and you sit there and you wait for it and be appreciated by it. Think of that type of energy. Like it is very um satisfying to know that a woman appreciates the little things that you do for her, because there's gonna be times where you feel like you can't um satisfy this woman. You know what I'm saying? But not, and I'm not meaning satisfy in any kind of way, but there's different ways to satisfy a woman. But the smaller things kind of help the bigger things out. It kind of segues into the bigger thing. So if you've been a gentleman this whole time and carrying yourself that way, when it comes time to ask her to be in a serious committed relationship with you, or even a marriage or an engagement, or maybe to meet the parents, you've been a gentleman up until that point. You've been nothing but a gentleman. Your example of who she's going to be with for whatever period of time you choose to be together has a representation. Without that representation, you're winging it. So the smaller things have to be valued and appreciated. It has to have some significance. You know what I'm saying? And for a person to not appreciate that is crazy work. It's just crazy work. Let's be honest. If if you take the time to do those things for a woman, she's gonna think about that. You know, say if you say you do the whole nine and you're going out of town and you're going on the cruise and you're booking the expensive Airbnb or suite or whatever. When she gets there, flowers in the room. It's okay to be like that. I mean, people make it like, oh, you're simping or you're doing. This is the problem. We have other. I call it white noise, but we have other individuals or people saying these things and knocking people off their square. It's not. It's nothing wrong with showing a person how much you really appreciate them. There's nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. Win their heart. You know, make it hard for them. Make it a tough decision for them to say no, to turn you down, or make it easy for them to make the decision to pick you. Because a lot of the times, brothers, there's guys out there that does the same exact thing as you. You buy a Birkin bag, he can buy a Birkin bag. You can pay her bills, he can pay her bills. But do he get out and open the door when you're going into the restaurant or into the store or picking her up? Does he pick her up with roses? Like, make your entrance into the situation known. Make a splash. And chivalry is a way that you make a splash. You don't want to just say, "Hey, I'm here." You want to say, "Hey, I'm here." You want to let it be known that you're there, and you want to stay there and stay there when you get there. You want to always be on their mind. You want to grab that attention. And with a good amount of chivalry, that's what you're doing. You're grabbing the attention of the person that you're trying to court. And you're trying to stay there. And then we stay there and we stay there. So what happened to it? What happened to chivalry? Because you know what you want and you know what you need. Come give it to me. But seriously, Do people feel we can do without it on the engagements? For the most part, we can. But if there's nothing exciting in the beginning and it only fizzles down with time, why not start on that high? Why not give it all you got in the beginning? So the fizzle down effect doesn't matter to you because you made such a big splash. Or do you feel like you can't keep up with it? What's wrong with taking the extra minute to open the door for somebody you want to be with for the rest of your life, through thick and thin, through poor or wealth or sickness or health, whatever. What's wrong with taking the extra time out of your day to show that person that you appreciate them? Telegrams. What happened to stuff like that? Poetry. You know, even if you're not Shakespeare or anything like that, things like that go a long way. It shows that you want to take the extra time to show appreciation for that person. For me, that would go a long way. For me, that would go a long way. Does it really matter for the younger generation? What do they call them? The Gen Zs? Does it really matter? I'm not sure it does. When was the last time someone showed you appreciation through chivalry? How did you respond to it? How did it make you feel? Has it been absent for so long that it doesn't even matter anymore? Has anyone ever showed you a version of chivalry that you really appreciated? Next time you with a lady friend of yours, or whatever the case may be, ask her, when was the last time a man opened up a door for you? And not just the doors for you to be successful in life, an actual door. Because men open up doors for women all day, to be successful in business, to be successful relationship partners. It's vice versa. It works both ways. But I'm talking about the actual opening of a door. Is that important anymore? Does that matter? Do they still say, girl, that man opened up a door for me and it just made me feel so good? Or are they just taking it in hopes that you open the door for them and then that's the last they have to hear from you? That's what I want to know. Does it really does it really have value? Is it just a talking point? What happened to it? Do the people that's supposed to appreciate the chivalry stop appreciating it? So now it's not being done through generations? Because I know them old school heads, them old heads, them niggas, them singing niggas, oh, they were all about chivalry. And the women that they were singing to was all about it as well. So you can't tell me that in today's time, opening a door and getting a woman's eyelashes done hold the same value. Because they don't give a fuck if you hold that door for them. They do not care about that. That means absolutely nothing, fellas. Do not fool yourself. That woman has to be into that shit and really appreciative of that for it to be appreciated. Because it's not a thing anymore. As much as you can sit down and you can listen to these women tell you, hey, he don't open doors for me. Niggas don't open doors no more because they don't give a fuck. They know it don't mean nothing to you. A nigga who will open the door for you will lose you to a nigga that will pay your bills. or do something else for you. He has no chance today. So now you have to add chivalry to, as people can quote unquote say, tricking. So now you got to trick all your money and be the gentleman just to get and keep that woman's attention. And I don't think the younger dudes growing up now, I don't think they really care like that. And I don't think the younger women even appreciate that. That's lame weirdo behavior. Right now, I believe if a young man runs down and opens the door for a woman and holds the door for her to come in, he will have something negative to say about what the nigga got on, what he's wearing, what kind of shoes he got on, what his hair looked like, what kind of shirt he had on. Did he smell good? Did he have a haircut? What kind of car he was driving? Did he walk to the door? I think it kind of lost its way, and I'm just really asking what happened because being a bachelor, right? That's that. I guess that's what you would call a single older man, right? A bachelor. I don't know, but being a bachelor, do you adapt with the times? Because that's pretty boring, right? That's pretty boring. I mean, there's no excitement in that. That's why the question is, what happened to the chivalry? And you might think it's little and insignificant, but I don't. I believe there's a lot of significance in chivalry. To go out your way, not just by buying things or whatever, but to show that person you're going out the way for them should have a lot of value. Cause I can give a fuck. Open your own door. Any other woman that I know, she can open her own door. But the woman that I'm trying to impress, or I'm opening the door. I'm laying down my jacket so you can walk over the puddle. What 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 happens when the women the women that make the babies that hate the ladies? Why do the boys hate the ladies? The women make the babies that hate the ladies. Right? The women make the babies that hate the ladies. How does that happen? Does it start with the ladies that's making the babies? Or are the babies learning the behavior from the ones that come before them? Because you hear a lot of conversations, more conversations about if a nigga can't do this for me, then it's fuck you. When when in this society today, you should be doing for yourself before anybody else does for you. You should have the ability to do for yourself before you ask anybody else to do something for you. Because you don't want to become dependent on a person. You don't want to be dependent on a person to take care of you. Because who knows? The tables can turn, or they can just start saying, who cares? I don't want to do this for you no more. They can just say that, right? So why count on that? So when a person is coming in, I believe that chivalry is the best form of vetting. It is the best and the first form of vetting a person. What happened to it? The vetting is all in the amount of money you can spend on an individual nowadays. The chivalry has now let money take the place of chivalry. The wallet has taken, the credit card has taken, the credit score has taken. What you can do for me has taken the place of chivalry. When it should work side by side and not at the same time. One comes before the other. See, if a person can't take the time to show you that you're really, really special and you're really, really worth the extra effort, then what are we doing? Show me I'm worth the extra effort, please. Before you do anything else for me, show me that you will go out your way for me. Because let me tell you something, y'all. Let me tell you something. A person that will shit on you, hang up on you, do all of this, that, and the third, is not going to be there with you through sickness and health. They're not. They can't even go out the way to open up a door for you. So when you're lying in your on your deathbed or you're sick in a hospital or something like that, they're not going to be there with you because they can't even take the time while they're able to go out their way to show you that you're special. I've heard this 1,000 times again. When I got sick, they left me. When I lost all my money, they left me because there was nothing there. There was nothing that you said that was vetting, that was able to be vetting. There was nothing that you did that showed you, hey, this person really cared. There was nothing that they did that showed you that they really cared. So look for it, ask for it, expect it, want it, want chivalry in your life. If you're a person that's out there on the market and looking for things, look for chivalry. Expect it almost. I mean, don't expect it because I'm telling you to. Expect it because that's how you would want things to go. That's how I would want things to go. And say to yourself, I'm gonna go into this with an open mind. Maybe this individual doesn't understand how important chivalry is. Teach him. Show a person how to impress you. Don't be so arrogant and ignorant to say, I'm not supposed to show a person anything or he's just supposed to know it. Well, today that's not true. It's not a common practice. And the women that want that and know that and feel that and know that that's how it's supposed to go, and the men don't, let them know that we're not going to move any further without this. Because it doesn't, I'm not going to say for every situation, for most situations, it doesn't get better, it gets worse. And I'm not saying like bad or something. I'm saying you start out on a high and it ends on a medium, and then sometimes it goes to a low. And then sometimes it stays on the high and it goes higher, you know. And I believe those situations have chivalry, chemistry. I believe those situations possess chivalry in the beginning. When a woman talks about the things that you did for her and it's not buying, that's priceless. That's endless good energy. That means you have her attention. You never heard a woman talk to another woman and say, "Ooh, girl, that man opened the door for me." And I'm not just talking about opening the door. I'm talking about the whole gist of the whole thing, the whole cat and mouse chase. Enjoy it and appreciate it for what it really is. Don't just jump to the next steps and then jump into the bed. And now we're having sex and now we're in a fully committed relationship and it was no fun. Have the fun. Enjoy your person. Enjoy the individual that you're dating with a purpose. It's crazy that a thing like chivalry in today's time doesn't exist. Is it because people are more on social media, finding the time to invest in people, or is it the social media platform that's taking chivalry out of the equation? What do you think is taking chivalry out of the equation? What's up, Realist? How you doing, good brother? What do you feel is taking chivalry out of the equation? Because I believe it's gone. It's a lost art, and I believe the fellas can still achieve it. It's not a lost cause for fellas. I think, and I'm just being honest. I just don't think the women care enough for the fellas to be doing it. It doesn't matter. The men aren't going to do it if it doesn't have a significant enough value or appreciation. Oh man, I opened the door for this girl and she still dissed me at the end of the night. Don't diss him. Don't ghost him. Don't talk about his shoes. Don't talk about where he took you to eat. Those things can be worked on. You can work on those things. I think it's out there, just not as common for a few reasons. Correct. It's just not as common. It's definitely out there, and those are the ones that they see it. They know the importance of chivalry. They know the value of it, right? They know how important it is to get attention and keep the attention. See, for a woman, if a man isn't doing that, you don't have his attention. You have to keep a man's attention. It's like a man has to keep his woman's attention. You have to keep that man's attention. And you have to keep that woman's attention. And with chivalry aids that process. You have to keep a person on your mind to open the door for them before they get out. And that person has to have you on their mind to wait for you to open the door for them to get out. And I'm using the open the door situation because it's one of the most common practices in chivalry that's a lost thing. I'm gonna be real. I think it's the fault of men and women. Absolutely, it's both faults. It's kind of like, well, you don't appreciate it, so I don't do it, and you don't do it, so I don't appreciate it. But I'm gonna tell you though, realist, I believe it doesn't have the same value. So I believe it changed with the generation. Like for instance, like I was saying, opening the door today holds no value to buying a woman a Birkin bag. So even though you can buy her the Birkin bag, right? Another man can buy her the Birkin bag too, right? But the tip of the iceberg should be, and he opened the door for me. If she had to choose between men, but it doesn't even matter that you opened the door. What will matter is which Birkin bag costs the most. which who brought the Birkin bag, then paid for my nails, then paid for my hair, then took me to the more expensive dinner, and so forth and so on. It's not, but see if you just brought the Birkin bag and opened the door, but didn't pay for her nails and hair, you lose to the guy who paid for the nails and the hair. When you those guys are a dime a dozen, but the guy that opens the door for you and the woman that waits for you to open the door for her is the one. See, the woman that disses you for the nigga that brought the more expensive bag and paid for that, that will more likely fizzle out quicker than a man who took his time to open the door for you and a woman who took her time to let you open the door for you. That means they're on your mind. You want to be on your person's mind for a good majority of the time. So, what happened to it? Where has it gone? And can it ever come back? Or did the times just made chivalry absolute? Because of now all of the dating social media platforms. You know, your chivalry is now in text messages or it's going down in the DM. It's going down in the DM. You know, me personally, I don't mind still opening the doors and stuff. Correct. So when you open up a door for a woman, right? How do you feel appreciated? Do you feel like your gesture was appreciated? When you do something like that, do you feel like that gesture that you just did for that woman, that lady, was appreciated? And if you feel like that, right? Do it make you want to continue to do it? Did it make you want to continue to open up doors and the next time a door has to be open, or the whole roses when she gets home or to the job, stuff like that? How does that make you feel when it's appreciated? Will make you want to do it more and keep going and keep going and keep going? Or when you do it and it's like, and you come and you find the roses in the trash, right? Not even in the vase, not even in the vase on the table, and some water being appreciated, you know, not as much as if you get her eyelashes done. If you is that chivalry too, or is that see the chivalry has been placed with what can you do for me? What can you do for me? Not the actual gesture. The gesture means nothing anymore. And it's sad. The gesture means nothing because you don't make six figures. The gesture means nothing because you're not rocking Christian Dior while you did the gesture. And it is what it is. I can't tell anyone what they want and what they need because when you get into that conversation, when you get into that conversation and you try to tell a woman, "Hey, chill out. You kind of got gold digger tendencies." It go crazy. It go way left. How many times has it went way left when you tell a person, "Hey, that's gold digger behavior"? They don't want to hear that because they're so. Why go back to having to actually show a man appreciation when I don't got to? They don't got to show appreciation no more because there's so many suckers. That's what goes back to me saying the times have changed. There's so many suckers that allow that. to not have anything that you do appreciated. Oh my boy, all right. He says, "A boy says sometimes I hear a thank you, and sometimes I won't. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't trip, but it only takes 2 seconds to show appreciation. Right, my brother. It takes 2 seconds to show appreciation. Right. And I was saying earlier, if a person can't take the 2 seconds to show you appreciation while things are good, while you're good, what kind of appreciation do you think you're gonna get if you're laying in a sick bed or in a hospice or something like that, or you're going through something? Do you think that same person is gonna stand by you while you go through that? Does that show? Does that show that type of character? It doesn't. So that's why I'm saying it's important for you to use that as a vetting tool, men and women, because you need to know what you're dealing with, what you're up against. You need to have some sort of insight on that. And without chivalry, it's a difficult task because now we're depending on what have you done for me lately. Do 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 do. Ooh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. What have you done for me lately? Because it's like this. Make that first impression a lasting impression. Well, with chivalry, the first impression is many different instances to let that woman know that you are down for her and her BS. But you're letting that woman know that you are down for her. And what's wrong with going the extra mile to do that? Ooh, girl, he went the extra mile today. Not only did he cook the food, he told me to sit down and he brought it to me. He brought me my plate. I didn't even have to move. And when I was done, he took my plate and washed my dishes, washed and gave me a napkin, so forth and so on. Don't that make you feel good? Ain't that better than a watch, a bracelet, a chain? And I know some of you are going to say no. I know some of you are going to say no. That's what you're accustomed to. But when you find appreciation and chivalry, there's nothing else like it. There's nothing more gratifying than that. A person actually takes the time to call you in the morning before you start your day, or surprise you on, on out your door with a telegram saying how beautiful you are. Constant reminders that I'm there for you, I'm down for you, and not financial reminders that I'm there for you, that I'm down for you. If you can't take a little bit of more time, how much time do you need out of a day to show a person that you appreciate them? How much time? 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 15 minutes, however you want to do it. Is it really that much of a challenge to do that? Is it more of a challenge to buy that Birkin bag? For some of us, we work 9 to 5. You know how many hours we have to clock in to get you that Birkin bag, and you're gonna diss me anyway, because the next man can buy a bigger Birkin bag. Fellas, listen to what I'm saying. You have to use chivalry to your advantage. Because as much as it takes for you to go out your way to show them that you appreciate them, it takes some energy to show that it appreciates you back. And a woman that doesn't take that time or that energy to show that she appreciates your chivalry, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna just tell you. If you don't want to listen, I'm gonna just tell you that may not be the one for you. You don't want that kind. Hey, bro, let me ask you, since you're a chef, do women automatically expect you to cook for them? Absolutely, good brother. Absolutely. They automatically think I'm gonna cook for them, even though I work sometimes 12 hours in the kitchen cooking. They really expect me to cook for me. A lot of people expect when we have cooking events with my family, everybody expects me to cook. But women automatically, yes, they do. And I don't mind that, right? But it's true. They do. Did you see Tom and Jerry post I put on my wall? It literally related to this topic. Let me tap into that. Say no to the Birkin bag. Waste of money. I Avalani. Yeah, it's 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 definitely, it definitely doesn't have, for me. Now you might feel different. Avalani, I think that's your name. I don't think it has the same value as Chivalry. It goes away. The Birkin bag, they upgrade into a new bag, and it's the Birkin bag 3.0. Last year was the Birkin bag 2.0. So she's gonna want that new bag next year. And if you can't upgrade and buy the new bag, then you're a bum. You're not worthy. But when a woman appreciates chivalry, she will appreciate that first Birkin bag that you brought her too, because she knows how to appreciate things. See, when she doesn't appreciate your chivalry, she's not going to appreciate the Birkin bag, and you're going to be buying Birkin bags every year. She's not going to be appreciating the car that you buy. You're going to need to buy new cars every year. Sometimes a woman don't even like the kind of car that you want to buy for her, that you can afford to buy for her. So say you can only afford to buy her a Toyota. She don't want no goddamn Toyota. She want a Tesla. These are the type of things that are exhibited through a person who doesn't appreciate your chivalry. They have to appreciate that you've actually went out your way to hold the fucking door for them to go into the restaurant. A thank you. Or, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. Those conversations that women have are the conversations of women who are in long standing good relationships. Those women are in long standing good relationships. The ones that are like, oh no, I can't believe this nigga brought me a Toyota and not a Tesla. What do you think happens with those relationships? What do you think happens to those relationships? Oh girl, this man calls me every day before I go to work and every night before I go to sleep. She appreciates that compared to, oh girl, he took me to Ruth Chris for lunch, took me to Morimoto's for dinner, compared to how much of that will you have to keep doing? Now you done took it to the top two spots, What do you and that impresses her. What's the next level to impressing the one that you took to the top two spots? Then the one that you caught her attention with just the phone calls. You're gonna have to keep going to those more expensive spots, and now you're gonna have to go to a more expensive spot and another more expensive spot just to keep that woman's attention on you, because that bar has been set so high. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You know, I'm a chef, right? I'm a chef, and I've been to fancy restaurants and middle tier restaurants and low tier restaurants, and I've impressed women with taking them to food trucks on the side of the road more than taking them to a $1,500 bill to foot at a 5-star Michelin restaurant. If you get what I'm saying. And why do I say that? Even though the ambiance in the restaurant may be nice, right? And memorable. And you can remember it. You remember it because, wow, you spent a lot of money and the glam and the gold and everything. Right? But the truck on the side of the road, and I'm not trying to be cheap. I'm not telling you to be cheap. But what I'm telling you is you catch big fish with small bait because you don't make it easy. It's easy for them to say wow and remember those things because they're glamorous. But when a person has to find the appreciation in something and put that little bit of work in, it's more easy to remember. So now, for me, when I ride past that little truck station and the food was delicious, and the person is like, I wonder if that truck is still there. That's the first place he took me, and all we had was a hot dog, but it was so nice because she had to take the time to think about it. She had to take the time to remember the smells, the sounds of the cars going by while we were standing there waiting for that hot dog. You have to make them work. That's why I'm asking what happened to the chivalry. Absolutely. Absolutely. I remember when men and women went back and forth over the Cheesecake Factory. It was a mess. And I like the Cheesecake Factory. I like the Cheesecake Factory. I like the Cheesecake Factory. I like the menu. It's a cool menu. It's a nice, it's a spot that you can go and have a great date. You know, it's a great date location. Um, so it's not the food truck is not the eyesore, and it's not the greatest ambiance, but it will create a memory, and it will show appreciation. It will show you the appreciation because you might run into some people that will say, "I'm not eating there. I'm not eating there," and you might find some women that are gonna forever put that in their rotation. But the fact is that you have their attention. You have to keep your person's attention. It's easy to do it with money, but how much money do you have to keep throwing at the person? Chivalry teaches a person how to appreciate you and teaches you how to appreciate them. What happened to it? Social media messed up the relationship with men and women. I, Ironic, whether maybe we have the same brain or we're just on the same type of time and energy today. But absolutely, I was saying that too. Right, realist? Correct. Social media absolutely has doomed chivalry, has doomed chivalry as a vetting tool. So let me tell you something. If they don't go out their way for you, they may not be for you. They just may, I'm going to tell you that over and over again. They may not be for you. You know, it is a thing. This is a real thing. You get into a situation with a person that you've been talking to, right? You're getting into this thing and you'll have a little hiccup. You have a little argument. The argument will determine how the rest of the day goes, rest of the year goes, or even the relationship maybe, right? But at least you will know with chivalry if you're being appreciated or not. Because I've been in situations where I gave my all and it just ended, and I don't even know if why and if I was being appreciated because I didn't take the time to appreciate chivalry myself. It will tell you if a person is for you. It will tell you. Trust me. I can't be in your shoes. I can't speak for your exact situation, but it can and will show you if a person has has value, knows your value, or appreciates your value. It will show you that easily. Try it out. Give chivalry a try. All right, what that song go with? What's that song? Let's start love over. Back to the way things was. Forget about them, 'cause all we got is us. And we gon' make it. I said if we try. I wanna start love over. Let's make it do or die. Alright? So, you know, if you're in that situation, hold people accountable for their lack thereof interest in you or appreciation for the things that you do. Hold them accountable. Women, ask that man, hey, why you ain't open that door for me when we got to the restaurant? So that he knows that you appreciate that kind of thing, and that's what you expect moving forward. That's how you want to be treated. And men, when you open that door and he walks in, she doesn't look at you and smile and say thank you. Ask her why. Hey, I went out my way. I held that door for you, and you ain't even say thank you. What's up with that? Do I have to, Avani? Do I have to buy you a Birkin bag to get a thank you? Can I get a thank you for the roses I sent to your job? For the message that I sent you before you got on about your day? Can I get that thank you? Hold them accountable. Put them to the test. Let them know this is what I want. This is what I expect. This is what I need. This is how I will know that you truly appreciate me. This is how I will know that you're invested in me. You want a person invested in you. You don't want no quick deposit and withdrawal. You want them invested, and you want to give them a return on their investment. You want a return on your investment. Just like every other person that makes an investment. You want to see something on top of that. You want something on the back end. You know, I I I'm big on romance myself, Any way I can do to be romantic, I'm a romantic person. I'm gonna do it. And that's my form of chivalry. If I do something for a person, a lot of the times when I'm dating, money ain't a thing, right? And I'm not rich, I'm not wealthy, I'm not saying that I can do whatever it is, but it's not a thing. It's not a thing for me to use money to enhance my chivalry. What do I mean by that? So, for instance, just to say, just by chance, I buy you a Juicy Couture bracelet, right? Now, for those of us that don't know what that is, or whatever, there's different forms of this type of bracelet. But it's the bracelet where you have to buy the charms. You can continue to buy charms for the bracelet. Now, the first gesture is buying the bracelet. The chivalry is in buying the extra charms to put on the bracelet. And that's using money combined with chivalry. Because every time there's a special something, I will buy the charm to go onto the bracelet, right? But how do you know if that person is worthy of the bracelet, is worthy of your time? Because it takes time to figure out what charm I'm going to buy and what bracelet I'm going to buy, right? And you're going out your way to do that. How do you know that person is appreciative of that investment that you've just made? Some say they might wear it on special events that you're going out. So if you take a person out, you take them out to dinner, and they don't have on the bracelet that you brought from, are you mad about that? Should you say, hey, this would have been a nice time for you to wear that bracelet? Should you remind them of that? Or should they know, hey, this is a time I can show him that I appreciate the bracelet or the watch or the shirt or so forth and so on. Don't just let them buy it for you and then they never see it. They never get to enjoy it on you. You buy them the Birkin bag, but they only wear it when they go out with their girls. You have to be smart with it. Don't be a simp with it. Don't give your money away. Use it as part of your chivalry. Women, just because you are the woman doesn't mean you can't use chivalry along with money to keep the attention of your man. Or is chivalry just a man thing? Is it just a man thing? All right. Let's see what we have to. A lot of people are not accountable at all. Absolutely. Ivorani. I really wish I'm saying your name right. I love flowers. My husband is very consistent and considerate. I am as well. And that's what's up, that you appreciate that about your husband. And I kind of sort of can see that about you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm full fledged in agreement, but I can kind of sort of tell that just by like the way you type and your answers. And plus, this topic is of someone who will understand and appreciate chivalry. Not a lot of people are going to be running in here to conversate about chivalry because it's a lost form. It's a lost art. It's one of those things that will be going extinct with the growth and the continued progress of social media. Social media, um, trickling over into the dating field, the actual dating aspect. has been taken over by social media. So the form of chivalry on social media is totally different. You know, now you have to like, share, and subscribe to a woman as chivalry. You have to like her pictures. Every picture that she posts, you have to like. And not only do you have to like it, you have to share it with all your peoples. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. But, you know, there still are those who really understand and appreciate chivalry. Not just in the beginning of our relationships or our encounters or our engagements, but all the way through. All the way through. It's appreciated. Um, you know, I'm borderline insane when it comes to this kind of stuff. And I'm talking about the relationship part of it. I'm so obsessed and invested with the person that I choose to be my purpose. It's borderline insane, you know, because I just want to get it right. I'm tired of getting it wrong. I just want to get it right one good time. You ever feel like that? Like, I just want to do this one time, one good time, and I don't want to do it again. I just want to get it right the first time. Well, unfortunately, I didn't get it right the first time. That's why I'm up here talking with you. That's why I'm Andre Love, Surviving Love. If you ain't subscribed to that, it's in my it's on my community wall. It's a great channel. It's about this kind of stuff. Subscribe to it. It's content being uploaded over there that you might enjoy. If you find something you like, stick around and subscribe. But yes, I'm almost insane with showing a person I appreciate them. I will call your ass 300 times. I call it a wellness check. But yes, I'm one of those who will look weird to today's generation because I appreciate the phone call, the text message, the how you doing, the thank you, and what did you eat, and how was work. Yeah. Uh huh. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Right. Right. Really. Come on. I'm one of those ones that still find appreciation in that. Um, it's not far in between as far as I think the generations. I think it can go back to I, not that it matters to them, but when you do the type of content that I do, you kind of want to see more happy endings than not. I think life is too precious, and we forget that. We forget it. We're reminded when someone dies how precious life is, but while we're lifing, we forget how precious life is. So when the person is lying in the casket and their lifeless body is there, the person actually appreciates he used to open the door for you. When his lifeless body is gone, that's when they appreciate it, and that's sad because life is so precious and so beautiful. Enjoy it while you're lifing, not when it's too late, not when the relationship is on the rocks and you're sitting in couples therapy, marriage therapy, or just talking to your in-laws, your mother-in-laws, and your friends, which I call white noise, about your failing situation. And remember, there was a chef that told me to appreciate the chivalry of a person. It can go a long way. It will definitely go longer than this year's Birkin bag. It most certainly will. It most certainly will. Indeed, indeed. Right, Riz? My bad. I didn't even know I'm muted. That's my fault. I muted and ran your guys away. My bad. But yeah, take the time and check on your person and let them know that you care for them. Show them that you appreciate them and that they're worth every second that you invest in them. I'm your boy, your favorite host, your favorite chef. I'll keep bringing content. Go home, open the door, say thank you, keep that thing fresh and relevant. Let's go.
Go to lunch and enjoy the community. I won't tell on the bros for the music. Pay a bit of that shit ain't gon' lose me. I'm the only one out that I do me. I got hoes by the pool trying to do me. My life like a movie, get hit in the water. Hoes got put in no work, got some order. This shit ain't got tears, the meetings come through. I'm giving by more than this, like me, keep it, no word, it's slower. I'm young and I'm turned, I got things to do. My baby won't whip out 250, I'm 30. Got 5 million cash, just in case it get murdered. My young niggas still get away, they be virgin. It happen like this, I ain't do it on purpose. I'm working my move, nigga, move on you working. I turned on my coupe, bought a coupe off a version. I'm tired of these strippers, I'm pouring that dirty, $10 and dinners. You smarter, I finished. I told you be with it. My word is like gold in my city. I tell them to go, they gon' get it. I heard it be frozen, they hit it. Putting these hoes in the business, you know that you crazy. I tell them no, they gon' listen. Knowing these niggas be sweet and some bitches, I'm different. She tryna leave, I'm low down. I ain't with savages, don't bring your home out. I'm going bougie, I'm switching my profile. All of my cars get delivered with no mouth. They think they do, we don't, I don't know how. Run through the low car, the plug, I need more pounds. I put on drip every day from the floor up. I'm getting sick of this shit, goes some more up. Yeah. Color and shot in my driving name solid. I keep up on point, make sure nobody follow us. I got a Glock with a shot that can stop the truck. I get the money, they wait like an octopus. Go in hell, I'm gonna give all these choppers up. Keep the players, ain't nobody stopping us. We got a run, you was good, and we popping them big niggas in here back in school, I was popping them. Yeah. All of my hoes get face to face. Making my bitch too much, she lazy. I was thinking price too high and I raised. Trading my bank account, getting outraged. Niggas better like me, had to switch on my freight. And I'm sending out shots to the south, get flayed. Switch up my route to the house, had to change. Still with this shit out the kids that I'm playing on the lead, I'm low down. I ain't with savages, don't bring your home out. I'm going bougie, I'm switching my profile. All of my cars get delivered with no mouth. They think they do, we don't, I don't know how. Let's do the low car, the plug, I need more pounds. I put on drip every day from the floor. I'm getting sick of this shit, goes some more. Yeah. You tryna leave, I'm low down. I ain't with savages, don't bring your whole round. I'm going bougie, I'm switching my profile. All of my cars get delivered with no mouth. They think they do, we don't, I don't know how. Let's do the low car, the plug, I need more pounds. I put on drip every day from the floor. I'm getting sick of this shit, goes some more. Yeah. We ain't sick of this shit, goes some more. I put on drip every day from the floor. We ain't sick of this shit, goes some more. I put on drip every day from the floor. We ain't sick of this shit, goes some more.
Hey, now's the time if you want to join the live stream to hit that link I just posted in the chat. If you have any questions or you just want to add to the topic, feel free to hit that link. Let's go. Chef Disaster. What happens in Chivalry? Socially Balanced TV. Let's go.
No mojo, I bounce back, no pogo, unhappy, no homo, new brand, no logo. Ready on my juggler, natural hustler, and I need a smuggler up in Russia. Give me the butler, shine the cutler. Shout out to Oyenda, that's the guzzler. Okay, next scene, my life is a wet dream. I call it a sex scene. The bag is a nice tease. I tried to escape. My life is an X-ray. I'm sorry, it's sex tape. You only get one take. 5 seconds. Everyone. Okay, rolling. Anxiety. 3, 2, 1. Anxiety. Keep on trying me. Feeling quietly. Trying to silence me. Yeah. Anxiety. Take it over me. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety.
Walking on shit, trying to look like this. Came out the gutter, they left me the space. Look in the bag, got a bitch, I'm a fake. Turning it up, got a bitch, she good. Parking to middle in the middle of my hood. Making my money, I've been out of the school. All the 650 go on good. Trying to get niggas, they thinking the same. They copy my label, they biting my chain. Championship, bitches go championship. Bitch breaking bitches, look at me.
In the cut with my twin, we be vibing. Classic bitch, but got it. Chivalry squad. Slow down, baby. Let you know from the gate. I don't go down, lady. I want a chick with thick hips that lips to lips. She can be the orphan type or like the script. Girl, you get me around how you look in my eye. But you talk too much. What have you become?
You already know. I put the link in the chat. This is the time if you want to come up and have the conversation. You can. If not, just rock out and enjoy the music. Enjoy the stream. Hope you enjoy the content. It's peace and love, spread love, not hate. And I'm back. Let's go. A little music intermission. It wouldn't be me if I didn't do that, you know? Let's see what else we got.
Sometimes it's soft as a misty rain that gently touches my soul.
Let's go.
It cools
It's your
the
boy.
fire that
I'm back with the
burns in
content.
me,
Get it right.
and I simply
What happened to Chivalry?
lose control.
Let's go.
So just rain down on me. Let your love just fall like rain, just rain on me. Sheesh, it's versatile beats.
You already know. Let's go. Show your boy some love. Support the channel. Support the content. Support the host. But if you forgot what chivalry is, come back to this video. Listen to me. Hear me out. Give me a minute or two of your time. I'll get you right. I am, and have always been, the motherfucking servant of love. Out here serving up this love. Chef Disaster 3.0. You feel me? I wouldn't be me if I didn't. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't share my gift. And some people may say he got the gift of gab. He's just a great manipulator and all of that. But nah, it's bigger than that. Um, I'm here for it. I did it so you niggas don't have to do it. I am the content. I am him. Chef Disaster 3.0. Let's go. Oh, homie, that you love to fall like rain, just rain on me. Where the chivalry at? Where has it gone? Find it again. It's important. Get back home to her. Get back home to him. Be home when he get home. Have that meal ready. Fellas, come home with some flowers sometime. Just don't come home with dirty clothes. Bring them flowers. Bring them cards. Bring that smile. Women, embrace that man when he come home. Hug him like it's the last hug he ever gonna feel. Come on now. Do that. Trust me. It's the little things that matter the most. I ain't tell you no lie when I sat up here and told you this. When I questioned you and asked you what happened to Chivalry. Let's go. Love upon them. I'm your host, Chef Disaster 3.0. Peace and love, spread love, not hate. And I'm out.